Developing story on SportsCenter this morning. The Cleveland Cavaliers, with championship hopes this season but upset in the second round of the playoffs, have fired head coach Mike Brown. The news coming overnight as the team had a midnight deadline to fire Brown or pay him his full $4.5 million salary due next season. Brown leaves the Cavs with the highest winning percentage in team history. 5 solid seasons there, winning over 66% of his games, led the Cavaliers to the 2007 NBA Finals. But he became just the second coach to lead a team to 60 wins in back-to-back seasons without going to the finals. And he's just the 5th coach to win 60 games and not return the following season. Taking a look at the Cavaliers under Brown. In June of 2005, Brown replaced Brendan Malone there in Cleveland, becoming the second youngest head coach in the league. He led the Cavs to 50 wins in his first year before losing to the Pistons in the conference semis. Brown and the Cavs won 50 games again in his second season, en route to the franchise's first ever finals appearance. But they ended up getting swept by the San Antonio Spurs. Cleveland took a bit of a step back in his third season, winning only 45 games, getting bounced from the playoffs by the Celtics in the conference semifinals. And then Brown, the coach of the year in the NBA in 08-09. The Cavaliers won 66 games, but lost to Orlando in the conference finals, and the pressure for a Cavaliers title under Brown mounted. This season, though, not ending better. Despite winning 61 games, the Cavs badly outplayed by the Celtics, who won the last 2 games played in Cleveland by a combined 50 points. ESPN NBA insider Rick Bucher, who first reported that story, joins us now. And so, Rick, the Cavaliers fire a coach who took them to the playoffs 5 times, that matched only by Lenny Wilkens in team history, but no titles, and some reported issues between Brown and the players during the course of that Boston Celtics series. Who in the end made this decision and why?
This is driven by owner Dan Gilbert. He has made a pledge that he's going to bring a championship to Cleveland, and obviously to do that, he's got to keep LeBron James, and he's got to give the appearance that they are moving closer, not farther away. And when you add in the issues, the defections in the locker room, this is not something that GM Danny Ferry wanted to be party to. But considering where the stakes are and what their goal is, they simply had no choice.
So what does this mean in context of the team's efforts to keep LeBron James?
It actually opens up an avenue to, another way of saying, hey, look, you can win a championship in Cleveland, and this is how we're going to get there. It's not going to be easy, but certainly it's another carrot to hang out there to say we are getting better, and we are going to find a way to make this possible for you here.
Conventional wisdom would dictate that the team look for a high-profile coach if they do intend to keep James. Who are the top prospects to replace Brown?
The problem is they all have jobs right now. Phil Jackson has been mentioned, but the San Antonio tree that Danny Ferry comes from and that Cavs organization is built on doesn't really, it's oil and water with Phil Jackson, and he would be available at the end of the year. The name to look at right now is Mike Krzyzewski from Duke, simply because he was enticed once before to go to the Lakers, ultimately passed on that, but he developed a great relationship with LeBron James. At the same time, he's known as a great defensive coach. Until he says no, I would put him at the head of the list.
So what would it take to get Coach K there?
Basically a retirement package, the kind of money that he could never dream of making in college, and the idea that look, to complete your legacy as a head coach, you've done everything you can do at the college level. But here is your opportunity to put the cherry on top, which is to coach LeBron James and win a championship in Cleveland. The question is, does he want to make that new move? I don't have that answer, but that is Dan Gilbert has demonstrated that he will spare no expense, and I would expect that you would see the same here.
And you said that Danny Ferry, the GM, did not want to be a part of the firing of Mike Brown, but certainly with an opportunity to bring aboard a coach he knows very well. That's ESPN NBA insider Rick Bucher. Thank you.
You got it.